The PBR Cup belonged to Diamond Baseball and Tennessee Nationals, and here to put a bow on the entire weekend, I'm Cory McCartney, along with PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber. Phil, it's good to see you as always.
Likewise, Corey. Always enjoy coming on and doing these recaps.
Now, you were all over it this weekend, and anyone who wants, you can go back and check things out at Phil Kerber PBR on Twitter and check out all your insight analysis from the weekend. I want, though, you to give me some of the names of the guys that you were really especially high on.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty heavy on the underclassmen. Now, there were some upperclassmen that really stood out, but I really, really like the underclass group that we had coming through. And we'll start with 6'4", Paul Farley, 2023 right-handed pitcher. You know, you look at the kid, he's 5'10", 140 pounds, maybe 145 soaking wet. But he got on the mound, short, quick arm, over-the-top slot, and was sitting 84, 87, touching 88, was dropping in a curveball, a slider and a changeup for strikes. You know, he almost led 6-4 through the championship. They got into some trouble late in the game against Diamond Deacons and ended up losing. But Farley especially, I'm pretty sure he took a no-hitter into the fifth, was especially impressive. And, you know, you look at the frame and you're like, he's very lean. Once he starts putting on a little more weight, you know, who knows what happens with the velo. But for now, everything looks really good with him. And then another guy I've been really high on for 6'4". I actually got a chance to see him at Wilson Premier when he was with the Evo Shield Generals. Left-handed hitting outfielder, Lyles, 2023, Sonoraville High School. All I've seen him do is hit. And it's a level line drive swing, kind of uses the pull side more than any of the fields. And he also showed off a little bit of pop. You know, I was on another field and I look over during the quarterfinals and I see him kind of walking down the line, holding his bat up. Now, I think the ball went foul or he might have hit only to the warning track. But again, he's a kid that's a lean athlete, so there's still putting muscle on that frame where once the strength comes, he's going to have a real chance to be able to put the ball out to the pull side. And he covers right field defensively at a high level. And then there's 2023 third baseman, right-handed pitcher Steele Lee of Diamond Deacons, a really impressive Diamond Deacons squad. It was first time seeing them, and kind of up and down the lineup, they can all hit, they can all defend, the pitching depth. But Steele Lee was one that really stood out. 6'4", 170 pounds, another kid that's got little to no strength on his body. So once that comes, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But offensively, he was just driving balls gap to gap all weekend. I mean, he was an extra base hitting machine. I think in the quarterfinals against one of the Tennessee national teams, he had a double and a triple, and then just everything he hits comes off the bat hard. And then when he hopped on the mound as well, 81, 84, touching 85 with a 70, 73 breaking ball. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens to him as he continues to grow, continues to put on some strength to that frame, because it is a real lean, lanky thing. And then probably the most interesting pitcher duel we had of the weekend, 5-star Carolina National versus SBA. We had, and there's some backstory. I don't think these two programs really are very fond of each other. So there was a lot of intensity to the game right from the get-go. We had right-hand pitcher Truitt Manuel from 5-star versus right-hand pitcher Thomas Moore from SBA. And Thomas Moore we had seen actually at the 14U National Championship back in the summer, and he was 79-82 from this low three-quarter kind of sidearm slot. He comes out and I think he was 82, 85, touching 86 with all sorts of life given that lower slot that he has. And he's mixing in this really nice slider. I mean, struck out 3 guys in the first inning. And after every strikeout, he's fired up, giving like these huge yells and staring down the batters. And like, wow, these are 2024s going at it. And like, they really, really want it. I mean, it was really impressive. And then you had Truitt Manuel on 5-star, he kind of got that starter frame. You know, 6'1", probably 170, 180, strong, sturdy kid who, I mean, they're only 2024s, so you got to imagine there's still a couple more inches in there. There's going to be 20 to 30 more pounds added by the time he's a senior. He was 82, 85, touching 86 as well. Needs some work with the breaking ball, but he was getting swing and misses with the fastball, so there wasn't really a need to add that in. And the game was 1-1, I think, into the bottom of the 6th, and before the wheels kind of fell off for SBA, and it ended up being a 9-1 win for 5-star. They put up an 8 spot in the bottom of the 6th, but it was one of the most fun games to watch. just because of the intensity level that both teams brought.
Well, the entire PBR Cup is available on demand with LakePoint Live. You can check out lakepointsports.com for more info. And along with following Phil, make sure you're getting everything PBR Georgia by following PBR Georgia on Twitter. Phil, thanks as always for dropping some knowledge on us.
Thanks for having me, Corey.